to gather everybody into the room. Today we're going to be talking about empowering and limiting beliefs. Yeah, trust me, it's a topic we all need, especially if you live in Africa or you live in Nigeria. For many of us, growing up the way we grew up, with our cultural beliefs, our socio-cultural background, and many things that are tied to us as a people, as a culture, there are many mindsets that require us examining. And today, I will be talking about limiting and empowering beliefs. Let me start from what that exactly means. Limiting beliefs are those thoughts, yes, ideologies. Patience Tumba, I see you on Instagram. Indidi, Adeyemi, I see you. Thank you for coming in live. They are those thoughts. Limiting beliefs are those thoughts. They are those mindsets that place a limit on what you can do in life. Yeah. No matter your level of education, no matter your exposure, no matter your experiences, no matter your nurture, if you have what is called limiting beliefs, it will lock you out of your true potentials. Now, God did not create anyone without the greatness DNA. Yeah. The Bible records that when God made man, he looked and he said, "This is good." God made you and I on the day where he rested. And he took his time to make us. That means every human being God has created has a greatness DNA inside of them. However, if you have what is called limiting beliefs, mind blocks, mindsets that keep you or prevent you from hitting your goals, no matter the opportunities that you get, you will never maximize them. Yeah. There are some of us that are praying, you are fasting, you are asking God to send your destiny helper. You are asking God to create your next level. My question to you today is, have you worked on your limiting beliefs? There are various kinds of limiting beliefs. I'll jump into it. But before I go deeply into what limiting beliefs are, let me jump on empowering beliefs. These are also thoughts or beliefs that empower you, that strengthen your mind, that gives you confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in your giftings, in the skills that God has placed within you. Because God never, it is impossible that the God that I know and I serve will create anyone who is useless. You might want to ponder on that for a bit. My God is too great. He is too full of goodness and greatness to create less than who he is. The Bible says we are co-creators with Christ. We are joint heirs with the Father. So if the Father created the heavens and the earth, why do you think that when he created you useless? It's not possible. It's not. However, the Bible also says that the poor will always find within you. And sometimes when we hear that scripture, we assume that is the financially poor. Yeah. Poverty is not a destination. It's a state of mind. Yeah. Trust me. It's a state of mind. It is a resignation to whatever life brings that makes people poor. Yeah. You can get to a point in your life where your limiting beliefs are so strong that whatever happens to you, you are going to resign your faith to it. Oh, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Really? How can you say the future is not yours to see? When the Bible says you are joint heirs with him. You are co-creators with him. When God created us, he created us to give him pleasure. Yeah. He created us to partner with him. The original design of man was to partner with him. So why would you tell me that the future is not yours to see? The future is in your hands. And the future starts with what is going on in your mind. I'm a coach and a therapist, and I've come to encounter a lot of true life scenarios why the only thing that is keeping people back is not circumstance or lack of opportunities. It's actually limiting beliefs. The belief that I can't do better than this. Have you seen people who were born in poor backgrounds, miserly backgrounds, really high level states of poverty, and who told themselves that I will never be poor? There are people like that. And trust me, because they had settled it in their mind that they will never be poor, they never remained poor. They walked their way out of poverty, exploring every gifting, exploring every strength, exploring every talent that they had within them until he brought forth the seed of greatness that they have. Many of us pray for grace. We really do pray for grace. However, what we do not know is that grace shows up for greatness. The source of a thing is the sustenance of that thing. So if God created you, and he created you for a purpose, where you would exhibit maximal unlimited grace is in the area where he has created you for. What he has created you for. The original design of what he has created you for. So a lot of people do not identify their limiting beliefs. This is a good time to share the live. You can tag somebody, drag somebody in here. You might just be doing somebody a whole lot of deliverance. When people come for coaching and therapy, some of you will be asking, what are they doing? What are they paying a coach for? What are they paying a therapist for? My dear, you see this mind? It can make you and it can murder you. Mind you, your beliefs are formed, fully formed, when you reach the age of 8. In childhood, your beliefs are formed. If you grew up in a home where your parents maximally pumped your self-esteem, your power to do, made you understand that life happens for those who do, not those who wish, made you understand that you were free to dream, and every dream you had, you could bring to pass with your tenacity. Trust me, life will not treat you badly. Yeah. Because your mind would have been prepared for it. I remember when I was much younger, I never really understood limiting beliefs until I grew older and I began to realize that in certain areas of my life, I was playing small. Yeah. Imagine someone like me playing small. I'm 6'1". 6'2", sorry. I'm 6'2", and I'm playing small. How? How did I get there? Whereas when I was growing up, I still remember my father used to say to me, I remember the first date that I went on after, I think I was in university. And I told my dad I was going on a date. My dad said, come, my daughter, come. And he put some money in my hand. He said, take this money. I said, what's the money for? He said, for your transportation and what is called vex money. I said, what is vex money? And my father said to me, looked at me, smiled at me and said, that is the money you use to pay for the food that you're eating. In case the boy tries to touch you because he has bought you a meal, tell him that your father can afford to pay for your meals. Tell me if that is not an empowering belief. So as a little child, my confidence level in my ability to be in control, whether I am with a man, whether I am on a job, whether I experience an opportunity, whether I am trying to make an opportunity for myself. Because honestly, opportunities don't wait for anyone. Sometimes you have to create your own opportunities. And how do you do that? You have to be in a state of readiness to go at every point in time. However, if you have limiting beliefs that make you feel as if you're not enough, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not intelligent enough, you're not eloquent enough, you don't have what it takes, you don't have the resources, you don't have anything, you can't be ready at the word go. I look at my life and I remember when I started to be aware of what empowering beliefs are. And I was just turning 40. I think 40 turned things around for me 360. I'd been in relationships with some of my mentors who became mentolitum. Yeah, that sounds funny, right? It's not funny. I've been in relationships with mentors who have told me that it's not time. You're not ready. Imagine somebody who is hitting their 40s, who is in their late 30s, 38, 39. And you are telling that person that they are not ready to take their world. When would they be ready? And who said I need to be perfect to take my world? We are all in the journey for perfection, but it's a journey. It's a process. You don't get there overnight. You must be investing in it. You must be using that muscle of exerting yourself, putting yourself out there. I look at myself now, and I look at some of the opportunities that God has brought my way. If it were those days before I hit my 40s and I saw those opportunities, I would run and say, I'm not good enough, I can't do it. But right now, anything you bring it on. I got you. I will teach myself. I will find people who can be my sponsors in those areas. I will pay for learning. I will take the courses. I will chest everything and anything life brings to me at this point. Because I know that I can do all things, all, through Christ that strengthens me. That's an empowering belief. It's really sad that Christians are sometimes the ones with the most limiting beliefs on this earth. When the Bible says that greater works than Jesus did, I'm talking to you, you will do. Why do you think that you need anyone's volition, anyone's endorsement, anyone's approval to be everything God has given to you? Why? Why? Again, I say, are limiting beliefs. I hope you can't hear the banging. I really hope you can't hear it. If you're alive and you can hear that banging, tell me. My neighbors are doing some stuff. I don't know what that is. Apologies. I really hope you know that limiting beliefs are formed when, Davina, can you help me fix that banging? I really hope you know that limiting beliefs are formed when you are a child. So you find yourself getting to a point where you cannot see yourselves in the light of how God has made you. I've come with a clarion call. I've come to remind you that you don't need permission to be everything God has given you. You don't need it from your parents. You don't need it from your partner. You don't need it from your religious leaders. All you need is a word from God. Oh, Insima says it's not so loud. Thank you, Insima. It was bothering me. All you need is a word from God. All you need is the blueprint of how. All you need is to identify your strengths, your giftings, the call over your life, and the area which God has created you to partner with Him to be a solution to your world. Once you have those things, you don't need permission. Some of us are still waiting. You are waiting for permission. You are waiting for approval. You are waiting, and unfortunately, the nearness expectation awaits the manifestations of the sons of God. And that is you. The world is waiting for you. The nations of the earth are waiting for you. Territories are waiting for you. Countries are waiting for you. And you are waiting for approval. I have a lot of videos on my YouTube channel that would help you. I can't finish today's video. I can't do the mind work for you. But you need to acknowledge that there is a lot of mind work for you to do. Some of us don't even come from backgrounds that are pedigree. Yeah. I come from a good heritage. I'm Yvonne. But that doesn't mean my background was pedigree. That doesn't mean my background prepared me for the life that I am living now. I had to do the job myself. Limiting beliefs can make you content. Yeah. It can make you content in your life situation. You're struggling. You're unhappy. You hate your job. You hate your life. You desire a new zest of life. Okay, we're back. You desire a new zest of life. Yet, you don't have the power, the willpower to run after the things that you desire. I'll share with you an empowering belief that has always helped me. I remember the first time I started to travel out of Nigeria. That was about, if I'm right, my daughter is 11. I was pregnant with my first daughter. And I traveled to Dubai. And it wasn't as if I was financially empowered then. I was still struggling. I can categorically tell you that I was still struggling. But I wanted more. I knew there was more. So what did I do? I started to save. I've always believed my father had built. I am a prodigy of how my father raised me. My father was audacious. He still is. And he put that DNA inside of me. I was the only one in my family We're just 2 kids. But I was the only one in my family that could look at my father face to face and actually vocalize what I was thinking per time. I always had a level playing ground to speak my mind. Imagine if I grew up in a home that silenced me. My mom was on the other side. She was a silencer. You don't talk around my mom. She will conk you. She will beat you. But my father, there was always an opening for you to say what was on your mind. Even though they will flog you for it, you still say your mind. And my father used to tell me way back then that, you know, I'm not a graduate. I didn't go to university, but I traveled the world. So my daughter, if you want to travel the world, please feel free to. Nothing is stopping you. As a child, my father used to say that to me. So I started pulling money together, pulling funds together, you know, saving up money. I was going to go on that trip. My husband was looking at me and say, you not kill yourself because I say I'm going on this trip. I pushed and empowered myself to go on that trip when I was pregnant with my first daughter. She's 11 turning 12. And since then, traveling has never been just a luxury for me. It is something that opens my mind, my thoughts, my thinking, my ability to dream on another level to the opportunities that are out there. If you are only your father's farm will be the biggest farm that exists. You are living in your immediate environment. You are in your job. You are just there. You are existing. You are not living for anything bigger. By the time you hit your 40s, you now desire for more. But time has gone. Your strength will start to weaken. By the time you turn 50, you start to look for a legacy. But if you have not done everything within your parameters to expand your mind, to chase your dreams. I'm such a dreamer. I am such a dreamer. Patience Tumba says on Instagram, limiting beliefs can make me content in a place I should move from. So true. She said, live, don't just exist. Tell yourself, I'm going to live. Folake, I'm going to live. I'm going to breathe. I am going to exhale. And I'm going to inhale. I'm going to chase my dreams. Does it mean every of my dreams that I've chased, I have caught up with? No. But out of the 100 dreams I have chased, trust me, I've caught up to like 80. And I'll keep chasing those dreams. I remember when I started my master's a few years ago. I was going to write my book, my first book, that same year. And my partner was like, how are you going to combine the two? I said, I don't know. I just knew that I'm going to do the two. Today I have a master's. I'm about to start my PhD. And I have 2 books under my belt. What if I was waiting to finish my academic career before I start to write my books? Where's the time? I'll soon be a grandma. In another 5-6 years, maybe 7 years max, I might be a grandma. I will now need to start doing omugo. Is that when I want to write books? I want to have written like 10 books before then. I don't want to sit on my horse and wonder what were the opportunities I should have chased that I didn't chase. I don't want to talk about countries and dream and put them on my bucket list. If you have empowering beliefs, you don't wait for a bucket list. You chase your dreams while you still have the strength to. But if you have limiting beliefs, you're just going to be living for. You're just going to be existing. You won't be living for much. You're just going to be concerned. A book on Omungo. Thank you, Nsima. And I now hit 50 something. I will now be writing book about how to go and take care of your grandbabies. Nah, that's not me. No. Also, in closing today, it's been exciting. And I'm hoping we're sharing this video. You're getting more people in here. On Instagram, you're tagging people. People need to watch this. This is a mind deliverance for some of us. It will empower you. It will give you where to start the work from. Where you're going is not far. But the work you need to do to get there is plenty. And a large part of it is where you're coming from. Where you're going to is not your problem. It's where you're coming from. Yes. They've said a lot of things to you. They have limited you with their words. It has stuck with you. It's in your DNA. It's your trauma. It's the reason why you don't move when you need to move. Yeah. It's the reason. I look at myself now and there is nothing that I can't do afraid. Even as empowered as I am. I'm talking about it and my hands are beginning to shake. I'm afraid of a lot of things. Yeah, I'm afraid of a lot of things. The difference is that my fear does not cripple me. I move with the fear. Yeah, I do it afraid. I do it at the risk of being laughed at. I do it at the risk of being told that I'm not good enough. But guess what? I am good enough. I'm good enough. I'm good enough to chase my dreams. I'm good enough to explore my world. I'm good enough to try the things that I desire. I'm good enough to get the jobs that I deserve. I am good enough to be paid what I want. Yes. Some of you, even the thought of capturing some monies as your income is that you're afraid of it. Ah, that's too much money. Ooh, sorry, I think in the billions now. Yes, I think in the billions. Do I have billions yet? No. But my dear, my mind is there. So when my mind catches up to the billions, don't envy me. I'm doing the mind work. I have a coach. I have a therapist. I have who I talk to. I have a dream mate. That's another thing you need to get. Beyond having an accountability partner, you need a dream mate. Sometimes your dream mate is not your partner. Yes, not your husband. Because even your husband might see you finish. Your wife might see you finish. Get a dream mate. Look for someone who can see where you are going and can help you articulate it part time. Yeah, you were created by original design to fulfill the purpose of God for your peculiar life. Sometimes the people closest to you can't see that dream that God has given you. Look at Joseph. They didn't see it. But did he become Pharaoh's most trusted one and the prime minister of Egypt? Yes, he was. It took him a while to get there. But he had a dream. His father understood that dream. That is why he said, Joseph, don't say it to your brothers. Don't say it. They can't handle it. Sometimes it's your family members that can't handle that dream. Find your dream partner. Find your community. Find your mastermind. Some of us need to get a therapist. You need to get a coach. If you need me to coach you, I am always willing. It will cost you because it costs me too. I'm part of a mastermind. I pay to ensure that my mind is good enough to service my clients. I've done the mind work. Do yours. I really wish that you will get rid of your limiting beliefs by exchanging them with empowering beliefs. How do you do that? You have to do the mind work. You need to clear out what the things are going on in your head. It's very difficult to do on your own. That's why I said get an accountability partner, get a dream partner, get a coach, get a therapist. And you then need to start to reprogram your negative bias to positive bias with affirmations. You need to speak to your mind. The same way they spoke to you that pushed you down, you need to speak to your mind until your mind can articulate the mind of God for you. Greater works than Jesus did, you will do, because winning looks amazing on you. My name is Folake Agumbiade, aka the Customer Seductress. If this is your first time bumping into this video, it was shared to you, and you've never met me. I'm the author of 2 amazing books. I spoke about them earlier, The Art of Small Talk and Customer Seduction. It's on Amazon, it's on Kindle, It's everywhere. It's everywhere. If you'd like to get it in bookshops in Abuja, it's at Roving Heights. You know, it's at Book Peddlers. It's also on Seller. You can look for it on Seller. You'll find the audio, the e-copy. That's the e-copy, soft copy of The Art of Small Talk. Yeah, on Seller to get a copy. And of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Customer Seductress Folake Agumbiadi. I have over 100 videos there that will turn your life around. Thank you, Patience Tumba, for staying all through. You've been so engaging on Instagram. Do the mind work. Reprogram your negative bias. And she says, thank you so much, Coach. You're welcome. She's one of my coaches, and she's doing so marvelously well. You might want to look her up on Instagram and follow her. Show her some love. Her name on Instagram is Official Patience Tumba. Follow her. She's doing some amazing work there. And, you know, you guys just have a beautiful week end ahead. It's the middle of the week already. Do the work. Do the mind work, because winning looks amazing on you. I love you. Take care and stay good. Okay?